Okay, straight to the Etihad Stadium where we have Manchester City, 5 new additions, including Reijnders and Nouri. Manchester City are reinforcing like champions again. Tijani Rangers joined from AC Milan for 46.3 million euros. Rian Nouri from Wolverhampton for 36.3 million pounds. Marcus Bettinelli from Chelsea, that was a free transfer. Ryan Cherki from Lyon for 34 million euros, and also they got Nypan from Rosenborg for 12.5 million euros. It's a blend of youth, creativity, and experience at Manchester City. Which of those 5 signings excites you the most, and who do you see breaking straight into Pep Guardiola starting 11 immediately?
I think first, I think Reijnders will break into that team, and maybe a bit of a shaky depending on the formation the coach wants to tilt towards. Then the left back, I think almost certain that Nouri will start.
Okay, I'll
and there's a in the pipeline today. Here we go for Trafford.
Yeah, that's
Man
true.
City
Man City
goalkeeper. Now it's coming back. It's going back home.
He's going back home. And that was Newcastle also beating.
And Ederson too might be on his way to Galatasaray.
I think it's more about Ortega, who might be leaving this season, because Trafford will be coming in to understudy
the number one goalkeeper. But
Ederson,
Guardiola already said it, that if Ederson was to leave, I think in January, that they were not going to get another number one, that Ortega was going to step into the number one role.
All right, Pep Guardiola is a master of strategy, so we'll be left to see what Pep Guardiola comes in when the season starts. Straight to you, Paulo. Manchester City future proofing smartly or simply stockpiling talent that could stunt development at the club?
I think it's about stockpiling talent. Don't wanting other clubs to have those players, because if you ask me, I will go back to the winter transfer window. They brought in about 4 or 5 players also. Where are they today? They are not. And to me, I think where Manchester City needs to strengthen, they've not really done that to me as at now. Because you look at the right back, they are having issue at the right back now. You look at the towards ending of last season, they were playing Nunes, the guy they brought from who is not a right back, and at times they play Lewis, and we know with Lewis it's not that good defensively, and I think they should invest, because they sold, what's his name now, the man they loaned to AC Milan, Kyle Walker, to Burnley. So you don't have another right back. You should be, getting a proper right back instead of you getting all these players. Though I also feel they need a left back, which they've get. To me, I think it's among all the players they've brought. To me, I think that's the best buy they've gotten, because we've seen him. He's very good going forward. One of the best attacking defender in the league, and good one. I'm expecting him to go in straight into the first team. Other than him, every other player there, I don't really, though they are good players also, but I don't think they are that, I'm not expecting a lot from them.
Okay, he says he's not expecting a lot, but you have to remember he's an Arsenal fan. So to Man City fans, which of these new signings are you most hyped for? Cherki, Flex, or Reijnders of control, or Nouri dynamism? Which of those players do you think will be making that hit at Manchester City comes next season? And lastly, on tonight's edition of TalkSport, there's no way we have to talk without coming home to the MPFL, where we have a lot of issues between Eyimba and Brown Ideye. Brown Ideye went onto a podcast and said that yes, they are being owed feeding match winning bonuses around 15,000 per match win, but he also made explanation that is being paid at the end of the season, but up to now that amount hasn't been paid. He also made allegations of 7,000 being paid by the club on every match day as feeding allowances. And also today we saw Eyimba came out with a rebuttal that they were paying Brown Ideye 1 million naira per month for the 5 months he played at the club. Paid an hotel 65,000 naira daily for the 5 months, which actually accumulated to about 9 million naira, which they paid for his housing in that hotel. And they also gave him VIP treatment, on the flights and everything. What do you make of all these issues between the two of them?
I think it's one issue that has been in the bromax for clubs in the Nigerian Premier League. They hope players back and forth. Brian J can do this because he has the name, he has made the money, he doesn't care, they can't really get to him. But other guys cannot. So I think that as far as I'm concerned, the Nigerian league needs a revamp. I think they should just, for me, as personally, I think that they should close the league, suspend the league, reform the league, then give us a better league so that clubs can actually invest and get returns on investment. What are you doing in a league that you invest and you don't get return on investment? There's no ROI. And you say you are playing a league. What are you doing? It's complete CSR. So I think that do the needful so that all these kinds of stories. Have you heard this kind of stories in the Premier League or in the Italian Serie or La Liga? No. But if you want to do something, do it well. We have a population. If Nigerians alone watch our league,
But how many people goes to the stadium to watch this?
because it is not enticing. Can you just realistically say that you just close your eyes without fear of either insecurity in the stadium, fans misbehaving, or maybe the quality of the pitch, or all those things? And those things you have to invest in something before. You see, if you don't buy your own market, people will not buy it from you. That's how it is. Whatever you are doing, you have to first be the first example. We are not okay. For instance, are you encouraged? That's the question. Because if you are encouraged, then okay. But are you encouraged? If we are sincere to ourselves, we are not. I'm not encouraged. Even if they are playing the match at the back of my house, I'm not encouraged. But I love watching football. But do the needful. Look at Brazilian league. They are not competing in the market. They are buying players from Europe.
They got good money from what's it called, the Club World Cup.
Not just Club World Cup. Before Club World Cup, they were signing. Before that time, go and fact check. Jorginho had signed before Club World Cup. Go and fact check. They are getting this guy from Barcelona. This Netherlands player played last season there. That means something is happening that is right with their league. Set up your home and
okay, straight to you, Paulo. What's your opinion on that? Brown Day and Enyimba going front and back, and to think the chairman of Enyimba happens to be Kanu Wanko, a legend of the game, who didn't just play the game but played at the top of the game. What is your opinion of this issue they are having?
Yeah, first of all, just want to, concerning what Yema said, scrapping delay. I don't think it's necessary. What I think they should do is, instead of us having 20 teams, they can bring it down to maybe 15 at least. Let there be seriousness. Instead of you having a lot of teams, and you see some of them are on serious clubs, they are not ready. They should just trim it to 15. Then let everybody be serious. Then coming back to issue of Ibrahim Day and Enyimba, I think it's all about player welfare now. And he talked about Ibrahim Day having big name. That's why he's saying it that nobody can do him anything. There are a lot of players also in their situation. I think the blame only should not be to the club. I think the major blame should go to the LMC, because to me, I don't think they are doing a lot. And they need to make rules to make this club sit up. Every season during the window, you see a club signing 45, 50 players. How do you cater for all these people? How? So if you are signing 40, you are having 40, 50 players. Definitely things like this will come. But if you have not less than 24, 20, then you'll be able to cater for all these players.
Paul, you are talking about playing 50. We are talking about a league whereby there are only maybe 2 or 3, 4 privately run clubs. Now the government-run clubs like Enyimba that you mentioned, see how you see things determine what you see. If you are running something to make profit, your approach to it will be different.
Yeah.
If you are running something like a charity, your approach to it will be different. When there's money, yes. When there's no money, you can turn. But if it's for profit, you will borrow because there will be ROI. Now, the issue is most of these clubs are run like CSR, corporate social responsibility, which is a younger brother or the same twin brother as a charity. So if you are running a league like that, you won't do the right thing. Salary will only come when government has catered for the most important things, then have extra cash to throw around, then you give to the players. But if it is a properly run club, first let them hands off government hands from owning
I think
clubs.
I actually sharing that opinion that the biggest problem we have with MPFL has to be government run.
Yes.
Government running some of this clubs.
Let them
We've
hands
seen
off.
Remo Stars, the way it is being run. Even Sporting Lagos,
Yes.
they're currently playing the division in the NLL.
NLL.
We saw how it's being run, and even Ikorodu City. We need more of those private-owned clubs in the in the Nigerian Premier Football
should
League.
just build
It's not really about
facilities.
it's not really about
Just
the
build
amount you
facilities.
make from the league body. We know how much investment and how much return on investment these private owned clubs, they know that yes, we are putting the money into it, we
Yeah,
have to make
make
a
our money
return.
back.
That is what really matters most. We just open Brown Ide and Eyimba, we come to a truce at the end of all this.
And even to just sorry to cut in, even the issue of referees win at all cost syndrome, it is mostly with the government on side, because a government comes in and say, "Me, I want to win the league for my people, by hook or by crook." How many clubs in Nigeria go for, "We are building a project next 5 years"? You tell your commissioner that you're out of job. That's how it is. And where's the magic in football? You need to grow talent, you need to build team. You see these things, if you start digging it, okay, where are the facilities? The money they are using to pay those clubs, they should go and build stadium with it. Because average of a club per season runs into 1 billion, 2 billion, 3 billion sometimes. Now that money, build a stadium, call private entities, come and invest. You can call sorry to mention names, but you can call these guys. I just hope that the marketing department don't come to meet me. So if you call those guys and okay, come and invest. Look at our population, over 200, 300 million. If just 50,000 watch your matches every weekend, my goodness, you know how much you will make.
Well, it's always a sore taste when we talk about the Nigerian Premier Football League. And one of those days we have to just dedicate time, to talk about the goods, the bad, and the ugly of the Nigerian Premier Football League. I just really wish the league actually grows, because I'm a big fan of the Nigerian Premier Football League. Well, it's always a pleasure having you guys. We started on a good note and we're ending on a sour note. Lamentation notes. Okay, what we know, it's shaping to be from Arsenal's smart investment to Manchester United big spending, Newcastle on for firepowers, and Manchester City calculated depth. The Premier League never sleeps. A big thank you to the Yemites and Polo for their insights tonight on every topics we've discussed on the Talk Sport and Premier Sport Fan Center. To the listeners, don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comment section or tweet us using Talk Sport transfer. Who do you think has made the smartest move this summer, and which transfer shocked you the most? Don't forget to subscribe, share, and still locked for more football debates, interviews, and live reaction right here on Talksport. So we come again on the next episode. It's bye for now.